Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I have recently seen the 1956 classic, Roger Corman classic, It Conquered the World, about a Venetian demonic sex toy trying to take over the Earth. And not really a flying saucer movie, because this particular monstrosity comes to Earth, comes to Earth on a man-made satellite, so it steals one of our satellites and shows up here for some reason. This is one of those films that is just flat-out hokey, and again, the acting style is the acting style of the time, which was very minimalistic. These people are barely talking. You need to understand that this is the Cold War era, and there's a lot of tension in America. So you walked into the theater with that air of tension as it was. So yes, if it weren't for the fact that I was sitting in a truck yard in the middle of the night with nothing better to do than watch this movie, I might have had some trouble finishing it. It's not the greatest movie in the world. And It Conquers the World. The question you need to ask yourself is, what is it? Because the monster in the movie may or may not conquer the world. That's not established, at least from the beginning. So it's not necessarily something does conquer the world, but the question you need to ask yourself is it the monster? And this is a movie that asks the very important question, what about the emotions of the human being? What about joy and love and all those things? So there are a lot of interesting points in this film. It is a film with an interesting psychological study of humanity. And again, it is also a film that is free on YouTube, I believe, and one that you can, watch pretty readily. So if you're a sci-fi buff like me, I am obviously going to have to watch a movie called Conquered the World from, 1956. I have to. It is a moral imperative that I watch a movie like that. And if you're like me, you're going to watch it. It doesn't matter whether it's good or bad. But just try to remember that this is a cheesy old movie. There's not much to say about it. And yeah, they called that wonderful acting at the time. So I'm not saying if they put this in theaters again that you should go and see it in IMAX, because that would be dumb. But yeah, if you're bored and you want to see an old black and white movie with a crazy demonic sex toy from Venus, yeah, definitely watch this. If not, not so much. Also will point out, this is the first real incidence of what I guess you would call brownface. I'm pretty sure the actor playing the Mexican is not a Mexican. He speaks with a really overdone Mexican accent, and I think they just took a white guy and make-upped him up. But it's in black and white, so it's hard to tell. Anyway, it's just my opinion. I'd love to hear yours down in the comments below. While you're down there, why don't you like and subscribe? I'm Richard.